Hello! I think the Ultimate Iron Man game mode is very fun and figured I would make a few videos educating people about it. I hope this inspires someone to finally make an Ultimate Iron Man if you've been thinking about it. It is really fun even if you don't have a lot of time to play. This video is about 5 things you should know before starting an Ultimate Iron Man, or just about the game mode in general even if you don't plan on playing. First of all, I feel the need to explain this, although most people know by now. Ultimate Iron Man cannot bank. The way the 3 current Iron Man modes work is, normal Iron Man cannot trade other players or use the grain exchange, so have to be self-sufficient, getting gear and supplies through trading skills, shops around the game, and monster drops. Hardcore Iron Man also can't trade, but on top of that, they can't die. If they die, they'll lose the red helm and no longer be able to compete on the Hardcore Iron Man high scores. Ultimate Iron Man can't trade and can't bank. I think this game mode is fun because it's challenging but not as stressful as Hardcore Iron Man. In the future there will be a 4th game mode, Group Iron Man. It's basically just normal Iron Man mode except you can trade with other players in your group. I can't wait until it comes out. So number 1 is something I actually didn't know when I first started my main Ultimate Iron Man. Ultimates can't note items. You either get items as notes, or there are a few ways you can note some specific items. On the Tool Leprechaun you can note pretty much anything you farm except for logs, nightshade, white tree fruit, and at the farming patch south of Falador, the leprechaun there refuses to note cabbages. You can also note potions through decanting. The only way to unnote items is through a bank or one of the few NPCs around the game, such as files. Number 2 is that ultimates lose everything on death. Normally you would keep 3 items on death and have the option to use the protect item prayer, but ultimates can't do those. When ultimates die, they lose every single item except for most untradables. Some untradables that are always lost on death are the seed box, the lunar staff, the armor you get from Adam and Lumbridge, and the Chronicle. With the Chronicle you can actually buy it back from Diego with all its charges. Ultimates can use looting bags and death storages to store extra items, so you're not totally limited to the 28 spaces in your inventory. One way to store items is by letting your character die somewhere, probably close to your spawn point, and your items will remain on the ground for an hour. Another is death storages like Zulrah or Vorkath. Zulrah is a bit more complicated because when you get your items back, there's no interface like with Vorkath or Hespori, so you just get all your items back at once. I'll quickly show you how to suicide at Zulrah and get specific items back. First you need to store your coins so that you have money to charter back to Zolandra. I do this at Nightmare Zone because it's not too far from a charter ship. You need 1600 coins to charter to Zolandra, so that's all you need to take out for now. The order you get your items back goes like this. Your inventory first, from top to bottom, then whatever you had equipped upon death, and then whatever was in your looting bag. So let's say I just want to get my gear back. I put my gear at the top of my inventory and take note of how many separate items there are that I want to get back. Here there are 11 items I want to get back. Then I just suicide and go back to Nightmare Zone. Once I have my money back, or at least about 2k GP, I can go back to Zolandra. But first I need to fill my inventory until I have only those 11 slots open. Once that's done, I'm ready to get my items. Also keep in mind that if you have something stackable like coins in your inventory and have more of that item in your desk storage, you'll get all of them back. So if I have even 1 coin in my inventory, if I have 3k coins in my desk storage, I'll get the 3k. If you don't want this to happen, just drop the stack of coins in your inventory and pick it back up after you get your items. Number 4 is about other forms of storage. First, let's talk about GP. Of course, you can store your money in the Nightmare Zone coffer, but there's also the Last Man Standing coffer, which works the same way, but it's available in free-to-play. With both of these, you need at least 1k GP in order to store your money. Anything that doesn't add up to 1,000 will be left in your inventory, so you might store all your money in a coffer but be left with a few hundred in your inventory that you can't store. Another way to store money is the servant's money bag in your POH, which can hold up to 3 mil. Other ways to store items are stash units and the costume room in your house. Ultimates do actually use bank pins. Not only do you make a bank pin at the beginning, and you're able to use that to later change your Ironman status if you want, ultimates have to protect things too. This applies to all accounts actually. If you have a bank pin, you need to enter it before accessing a coffer, building mode in your POH, or the storage units in your costume room, and the tool leprechaun. I actually didn't know this until I started playing UIM because I would always enter my bank pin at my bank first, so I wouldn't need to enter it again for the other things. Well, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe even learned something. I'll be making more Ultimate Ironman videos in the future. I'm about 1700 total on my UIM, which isn't anything amazing, but I'd like to make some guides for people who are new to UIM. And later on I plan on making progress videos. If you start a UIM or have recently started one, good luck! I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Goodbye, lovely people. See you in the next video.